So like Colette.
What's up guys? So as you can probably tell by the title of the video, today I'm gonna take you through my 5 favorite and / most beneficial shoulder exercises. So I actually got asked a couple of weeks ago which exercises I use to kind of build my shoulders. That's exactly what we're going to go through right now. So at number 5 we've got face pulls. Now when it comes to face pulls, there's actually 2 different ways in which I do a face pull. The first way, obviously targeting more so my medial delts more so than the rear delts. It's all in all, it's a great exercise to kind of hit just about your whole deltoid. However, as I said, it will focus more on your medial delt. I've recently kind of started to introduce like lat pull down face pulls, which are really good for your rear delt. It's just a totally different like movement for them, so it's something you probably wouldn't have kind of done before. So if you need something to hit your rear delts with, give this a go. At number 4 we've got the seated rear delt fly. Now this is probably no surprise, this is a very fundamental and basic exercise for your rear delts. You're probably already doing it, but it is what it is. You know, it does work, obviously as long as you're keeping the form good. Use a weight which you can manage to isolate your rear delts. There's nothing crazy about this exercise, it just works. At number 3 we've got a full barbell front raise. Now this is probably something you might not have seen. I've actually got this from Arnold. You know, back in the day there's a video of Arnold doing like a dumbbell front raise where it goes all the way up with his arms. So I kind of adapted that, started using obviously a barbell instead. It's actually very good for your front delt and your medial delt. So as you bring the bar up, as you hit parallel with the floor, that's going to be all your front delt. But as you go above that and you bring it all the way above your head, that's going to be engaging your medial delt. So obviously if you will try this exercise, as you come up you will see and feel that the medial delts, they're contracting as you bring the bar above your head. I would absolutely recommend this exercise. It's really good to kind of like finish off a shoulder workout. You know, you can't really go very heavy on it, but if you just want to use it as a finisher or even like as an exercise by itself towards the end of your workout, it's absolutely phenomenal, so definitely recommend it. At number 2 we've got the lateral raise. Once again, this is nothing fancy, it's a pretty basic exercise, but it works. You know, the only thing I would say about this is obviously make sure you're using a weight which you can handle, have good form, you know, don't use momentum. I often see people using weights which they can't manage. All in all, just, you know, make sure that you're actually working the muscles which you want to be targeting, which is obviously your medial delt. One thing I will say though about this exercise is what you can do is you can do a single arm lateral raise, which I've actually found to be very beneficial. You can still go relatively heavy with it, but you can obviously just focus on one side at a time, which obviously brings out a bit more emphasis on the contractions. So if you haven't already tried the single arm lateral raise, give it a try. You'll see it's really good. You can also like do a drop set on it, which is also very good. You know, you can get a bit of an extra burn in there. At number 1 we've got a seated barbell shoulder press. Now the reason why I do this seated and not standing, you know, when you're seated you can't engage your legs, so it's just to isolate more your front delts obviously. In the video you might see me with the bench a bit on a not fully straight up, but having a bit on like a very high incline. The only reason I do that is because I've realized if I have it like that, I can use my upper chest a little bit in the movement as well. So it allows me to actually go heavier without taking any emphasis away from my front delts, because I still feel my front delts as much as I would if I was, you know, fully upright. So it just allows me to go heavy and kind of overload the muscle. I actually read in Arnold's autobiography that Franco Colombo absolutely loved this exercise. He would do seated barbell raises all day long. That obviously kind of goes to show with his upper chest and like delt development. He had such a thick upper chest and delts, and that's kind of the reason why I do it so often, and I would definitely say that this is the number 1 exercise for my shoulders. If you kind of want to spice it up, I sometimes use fat grips as well on the shoulder press. This is kind of, I usually just kind of do it when I drop the weight a little bit, go for a bit higher reps. The fat grips actually allow me to kind of disengage my triceps as much and focus more on my front delts. Obviously it's a bit harder to contract your tricep if your fist is like that, you know, if you haven't got proper grip. So that's the only reason, you know, I usually just do like when I do at the end, 2 lighter sets, put the fat grips on, kind of, you know, overload the front delts. So that's the complete list. I will try to kind of go through every muscle group, you know, get five of the best / most beneficial exercises in my opinion for, you know, each muscle group, so definitely stay tuned for that. And otherwise, I hope that you enjoyed this video and learned something new. If you haven't tried any of these exercises, I would definitely recommend give them a try. See what you think of them. Let me know, you know, how you found them. And if you've got a minute, I would appreciate if you could check out my website, adrianfitme.com.